Hi everyone. So this demo is going to consist of two parts. First, we're going to introduce the GUI and then we'll show the BoozeStaq actually making a drink. So what we're seeing here is the Raspberry Pi's desktop. And to launch the GUI, we're just going to double click on the BoozeStaq launcher. And we have the choice to execute in the terminal or outside. Since I'm not debugging, I'm going to execute outside of the terminal. And the GUI is pulled up. This gap here is not actually seen on the physical touchscreen. This is there because we're using a VNC to record this demo, and there's a difference in the geometry between the VNC and the actual touchscreen. So that's not something the user sees. So here we have the main page of the GUI. First, we need to check whether the user is over the age of 21 years old or not. If they select no, the 30-second timeout per hour requirements is initiated, and they need to wait this out before they can interact with the machine. So I'm going to pause the recording here and come back after the timeout is finished. Okay, we're back from the timeout, and now I'm going to confirm that I'm over the age of 21, and we have the option to select between two interfaces. The button size of the standard interface is larger because the employees at BoozeStaq said they would be more likely to use this option, and the flexible would be for special occasions like a work party or events. So I'm going to start with the standard interface. And the first thing that the user needs to do is confirm the previous placement of the bottles. And if this has been updated, they can go ahead and change the bottles. So let's say that, for example, amaretto is now empty. I can change the contents of holder 1 to being empty. And once I select enter, the next time that a user decides to use this interface, empty will be recorded in holder number 1. So as you can see, we are not actually able to make any drinks with this combination of liquors. And so what the user needs to do is go back and change one of the ingredients such that they're able to actually make something. They can also use the flexible interface if they don't really know what they can make, because they'll be able to see the breakdown of each ingredient. So this standard user interface would be for people that are consistently making the same drink over and over again and know what the makeup is. So I'm going to select enter. And we have two options. We can make ABC or French connection. I'm going to go ahead and make French connection. We have two size options, regular and batch, again, per the requirements. So I'm going to make a batch this time. And we can still go back to change the bottles if we would like to, or cancel and return to the home page as well from this point. I'm going to go ahead and continue. And at this point, the user needs to confirm that the ingredients that will be used in the recipe are in fact in those holders. So this is just a reminder of the bottle placement in case that they overlooked it the first time that they were supposed to confirm. So I'm going to select continue. And now they can adjust the percentage makeup if they want to adjust the strength of the drink, or if they prefer more of one ingredient over the other. So we're going to go ahead and change the recipes. And let's say that we only select 30% for cognac and we leave amaretto at 0. The user will get an error saying that they cannot proceed unless the sum of the ingredients equal 100%. And so this is just to keep consistency with the size of the drink being poured, the volume. So I'm going to change each one of the percentages for cognac and amaretto to 50% and continue on. And at this point, they're told which cup they need to place in the cup holder. So we have the BoozeStaq cup and the BoozeStaq pitcher. So because we selected batch, they need to place the pitcher with their desired amount of ice into the cup holder. And they can still go back at this point, or they can proceed to make the drink. And at this time, the motors are running. So there's a small delay that was added to this code, but this time will be closer to 2 minutes in most cases. And now they're told that the drink is ready. They can make another or go back to the main page if they select no. If they select yes, they're redirected back to the menu of the interface that they were previously viewing. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel from here and go back to the main page. And now we can look at the flexible interface. So with the flexible interface, they have a choice of 32 different drinks that they're able to make. And once they select a drink, so let me select a Manhattan, and I'm going to do a regular this time. Compared to the standard interface, they're actually told where they need to place the ingredients into their respective bottle holders. So in this case, they need to insert sweet vermouth into holder 1 and bourbon into holder number 2. So this would be useful if someone wants to try a different drink that they're not used to drinking and they want to see what is the contents of the recipe and maybe go to the store, bring back the ingredients, and then make the drink. And for any dry ingredients or any juices, they're prompted to add those after to their taste. So in this case, they need to add a dash of bitters after the drink is poured. They can also add a cherry and orange wedge after. And the reason that we needed to do this for fruit juice was, again, because the nozzles that dispense the liquid are prone to clogging from sugar. And so that's something that the user will need to have to add after the drink is poured. So I'm going to continue on. This time I'm not going to adjust the percentages of the drink, and I'm going to go ahead and make the drink. So this is the same as the standard interface. Once it finishes, they can go back to the menu that they were viewing, or they can select no and go back to the main menu. So this time I'm going to select no, and they went back to the main page. So next we're going to show the BoozeStaq actually pouring a drink. Thank you.